Welcome back, everybody. It's Untap Your Go, and today we are one game of best of three away from Mythic, and this will be the first time I have ever gotten to Mythic. Here's to hoping that I get it on the very first try. First game of the recording, boom, I just get it. Before I start any of the video, please just already go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because once I get to Mythic, you guys will take me more seriously, right? I'm kidding. All jokes aside, please subscribe to the channel, like, comment down below, and all that good stuff. Today's deck is Beledros Beats, and this is a deck that was actually inspired and created by a fan of the channel, I'll Be Chubbs. So shout out to you, bud, for coming up with the deck. I took the list and I modified it. I ended up making it a little bit more optimized for historic, breaking down what the deck is trying to do. We're playing Nissa, obviously. It doubles all of our mana, so it's just going to accelerate and make all of our mana acceleration crazy. And with doing so, we'll be able to Torment of Hellfire our opponent's life total down to 0. That's the essential goal of the deck. Torment of Hellfire makes it so your opponent has to pay 3 life, or they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. So they can't sacrifice lands. So if your opponent's not playing a bunch, if they're just playing spells, which a lot of decks are very spell heavy, they're not gonna be able to sacrifice anything, so they're just gonna have to pay the life. And even if you just play this for 4, once or twice, your opponent's gonna be pretty close to dead. And then Nissa or any of our other creatures are just gonna be able to shut out the game, and that's good enough. But with Nissa and Beledros being able to untap all of our lands, which is essentially doubling all of our mana again. So to get us there, we're trying to ramp. We're playing all 4 copies of Explore, draws us a card, it lets us play another land. Cultivate's going to find us more lands. Binding of the Old Gods is a good removal spell because it destroys permanents, pretty much everything we need it to, and it's going to find us a land. Another alternative win condition is Craterhoof as a one-of, because with Nissa, and even honestly without the mana like doubling, we can get to 8 mana pretty easily if the game goes long enough. So just if we have like 1 or 2 tokens left behind with Nissa and like maybe 1 or 2 pest tokens, Craterhoof can just win the game out of nowhere. And then the rest of the deck is just a bunch of removal and disruption. So we have Fatal Push to deal with some early aggression, Thoughtseize to be able to disrupt our opponent's hand, Eliminate to deal destroy things 3 or less, which is pretty good right now in the format. Finale Devastation is just a nice 2 copies, just additional Craterhoofs and Beledros depending on the situation you're in. Maelstrom Pulse deals with a lot of things right now, and there's a lot of multiple permanent types. Like, people are going to be playing like a lot of the same thing, so you get to just destroy multiple copies. It's pretty good. And then 2 copies of Extinction Event. In the mana base, we have Castle Lockthwain to draw some cards, mix of basics, a mix of duels. We're also playing a 1 campus, even though it comes into play tapped. It's essentially Castle of Vantress in every color combination now. So just being able to scry with your additional mana on turns where you're not doing anything else is way better than you think. And then we're playing 1 copy of Blast Zone to be able to destroy our opponent's permanents equal to the number of blast counters on it, and we can just put more charge counters on it. With the sideboard, we do have the Gravedigger's Cage to deal with our opponent bringing stuff back from the graveyard, casting cards from the graveyard, Pry the Carnarium to be able to kill creatures and exile them, Murderous Riders against Planeswalkers and creatures, Shifting Ceratops against Mono Blue Tempos, specifically like that, and maybe Dimir Rogues we have a very hard time against. So this is just a nice, like, hopefully one of Silver Bullet that can help win us the game. An additional Thoughtseize, 2 copies of Noxious Grasp to be able to deal with creatures and planeswalkers that are green or white and we gain a life. An additional Extinction Event as another board wipe to deal with creatures. 2 Leyline of the Void to exile our opponent's graveyard. 1 copy of Liliana Dreadhorde General. This is good against a lot of decks, but this is mostly in here against control to be able to just have an additional win condition to try to grind out the game. And 1 copy of Thought Distortion, and that is Beledros Beats. This deck has been honestly carrying me from Platinum 2 all the way up to Diamond 1, and I'm literally 2 pips away from getting Mythic now. So this deck is real. Like, I've been playing this just because it was suggested, and I was gonna make a video, which I'm obviously doing now, but just playing around with the deck, it's actually really good. It proves to be pretty competitive. It deals with a lot of stuff in the format right now, and if you can get past like turn 5 or 6 and you can stick a Nissa and untap with it, or Beledros and untap with it, you pretty much win the game. We're going to take this into the arena, try to get to Mythic in 1 game, and wish me luck. Again, leave a like on today's video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, please. Would mean a lot. Alright, so we get to be on the play up against a Loris deck, so we're most likely bringing in our ley lines. We already know that for a fact. Thoughtseize and 2 Torments is not really keepable. This is better. found one off the top. You love to see it. I'm drawing into another one. Oh my god. Worked out way better than I thought it was going to, keeping that hand. Cards I don't want to see are Dreadhorde, Butcher. Proxa kind of sucks. Guess we get rid of Maelstrom Bolts. Alright, we're not doing anything, so... We have the lands we need. And we have a Nissa. Plays another Proxa. Sure. Discard the Eliminate. And now with no cards in hand, basically, because Croxa doesn't matter. Could have Murderous Rider, which would actually really suck. Murderous Rider would really suck. Blood Chief's Thirst. What's that what's the Rakdos card? Ongrath's Rampage. There's a lot of things this guy could have right now. Abrupt Decay. Or not Abrupt Decay. Assassin's Trophy. He's not in green. Now I'm just overanalyzing and overthinking. Panicking that I don't want Nissa to die. Here comes Croxa. Makes me discard my land. Sucker. Got him. You thought. Ooh. Okay. Claims. Attacks down the Nissa most likely. And then Village Rights it. For Spark Harvest, that's pretty good. Ooh. Alright. Wow, that is brutal. And he has enough cards to get back Croxa. Jeez. Spark Harvest, man. What the heck? Who plays that card? Man, I wish it was... If it was only an instant, that card would be godly. Here's the Faithless Looting I was talking about. That's another card to bring in your Grafdigger's Cage and Leyline of the Voids. Sure. Well, that's pretty good. And now my opponent doesn't have anything in the graveyard. He has a Fable... Actually, no, he still has 4 cards. Okay. It's another good draw. Opponent almost has enough now. Now, Faithless Looting's a pretty good draw, so that means he's going to get a Croxa back. I've had 2 insanely good draws in a row. Here's to hoping that I get a third. Alright, well, we had to run out of steam with our draws eventually. Good game, I think. If our opponent claims, then we lose. Yeah. Alright, so game 1 against this matchup is pretty bad. But game 2 and 3 should be a breeze, as long as we can draw into the cards that we need. So probably want discard, Cry, Murderous, Extinction Event, Leyline, Grafdigger's Cage, Thought Distortion. I guess we go down one more Nissa actually, one Beledros. I always sideboard down to 61, and honestly it doesn't mess up with the math that much that it makes a whole ton of difference. Play the campus first. Drawing a land there was, or drawing an Explorer there was pretty good. So now we get to play that and Thoughtseize still. Yeah, let's just go ahead and take Kroxa. You can claim it this turn, which is really frustrating, whatever, but... Just discard the fatal push. We really need to find a Gravedigger's Cage. Let's get double forest. We're about to have Nissa down. Opponent buys Loris. Eliminates another good draw. We get to untap the Overgrown Tomb and actually have the mana to cast it. Alright, here comes Kroxa. We're gonna take 3 for it, which kind of sucks. But, I mean, we're very close to having this game. And we get to scry with Witherbloom Campus. We're actually going to put a stop on the upkeep, too. Assuming our Nissa lives one more turn. Okay. Sad. Opponent did not play... I guess they did play a land. Extinction event. I don't think we need it. That's really good. Now I kind of wish that we didn't scry for it, but I just wanted to make sure. Opponent's gonna get back Kroxa anyway, so we're gonna lose it. Good old Kroxa grind, am I right? I'm praying my opponent plays Stitcher Supplier instead. His only creature actually is Kroxa. Yep. That's pretty annoying. Four, 5, 6, 7. Wow, that's also annoying. So if I double attack, he's forced to block, which is probably the best call, but then he gets Kroxa back. And gains life to Beledros. I actually could have played Beledros and untapped my lands and attacked, but that would have been really sketch. Because I know I put my life total very close to 0, in which case Kroxa could just kill me out of nowhere. Our best bet right now is having Beledros. Alright, opponent escapes Kroxa. Pretty good. Good thing Kroxa doesn't have trample. Ooh. Alright. We're just gonna get in the air. I could have attacked with everything, but I don't want him to gain the life. Yep. Turns up to 4. We're back up to 6, and then we kill him. Cool. This all comes down to this game. Come on, Voodoo 76. Please give it to me. I need to win. Oh, well, we're keeping this. Opponent has to deal with this. And we get a Thoughtseize. Unfortunately, not turn 1 unless we get a Swamp. Ooh, okay. Sure. Start off with the Canthus. Let's play an Explorer. And let's go ahead and play that tap so we can avoid the life loss. So now it's Crocs' turn into bolts, and that's it. Just one-time bolts. And it decides to buy Lurrus right away. Fair and understandable, my guy. We can do this all day. Opponent's deciding not to play anything. So I assume he has like a answer to... Definitely keeping that. I assume he has an answer to like a Planeswalker or something he's holding up. I guess we'll play Blast Zone. Pass it up. So we can Torment for four currently. Alright, well now we're going to lose Torment. That's fine. We could have played it last turn. He took two damage for it, which is okay. We do not want to land. Thoughtseize is cool. Witch's Vengeance kills the lands. Beledros sacrifices, gets him some cards. Fatal Push does virtually nothing. Kills the tokens, that's it. I guess we honestly take the Witch's Vengeance. Let him play Lurrus into the Extinction event. Pyromancer, huh? That's pretty good. Alright, let's scry. Do not need a land. And he had a land drop for the Beledros. That's golden. Okay. I think it's I think it's even. Because the tokens going wider is a bigger problem than a 3-2 we can kill. So I'll actually put a counter on here. Fabled Passage, come on, man. We need something better than that. Well, let's scry first. See what we have on top. Crater Hoof. Crater Hoof. Yeah, I guess we keep that, honestly. We'll go ahead and put another counter here. So now that's that can kill Lurrus at any point. Yeah, I guess we just slam Crater Hoof, right? I guess we hold that in case he draws into Thoughtseize. If he draws Crocs, then it doesn't matter. We lose a 3 life regardless. Cool. Making him waste it. Spark Harvest is pretty bad for us. Ooh, Torment off the top though. We like that. So let's see. 8. You can do it for 8. 3 times 8 is 24. But you can avoid taking 9 of that. So that would put him at 6, 15, 16. So we're just out of range. Almost. Yeah, I guess we have to though, right? Because he's just gonna make us discard it. Potentially. Yeah, I guess we just chunk him down. It's not lethal, but he might think it's lethal. Smartest play here is sacrificing Beledros to Village Rights, which is just a 1-for-1 exchange. But might let him see more cards, that might help. Yep. So now you have to basically discard your whole hand. Yep. Gotta discard that too. And now you're down to 2. Holy crap, we really got there. We really got there. We got there, we got there, we got there. Yes. Got there. Well, first game. We got to Mythic, everybody. I present to you guys Beledros Beats. This deck is serious, guys. It's really good. Honestly, though, after playing around with it some more, cutting the finales, they're not good. They're just kind of meh. They're not that great. Crater Roof is still fine. I think everything else is still fine for the most part. I think we can get away with playing Scavenging Ooze potentially, more Thoughtseize, more Cultivates maybe. Let's get back to playing Woe Strider. We were playing Woe Strider originally. Regardless, this deck is really, really fun, guys. And I am sorry for the short video, but I hope you guys enjoyed this match. I certainly did. I'm very excited that I got to Mythic. This is honestly a lot to take in, because it's the very first time it ever happened, ever. So,
Wow.
made it to Mythic. So now I can actually say that this is a really good deck. This is a good deck, guys. Play this deck. Check this deck out. Links down below in the Aether Hub. And I'm Rob, aka UntyperGo. It's been real, everybody. Thank you for watching. And to all my subscribers and viewers, I appreciate everybody, every one of you. And couldn't have made it this far without you. So I'll see you all in the next video.